Hello again. So if you see my last quick unboxing video, you know I got some products from Coospo to review for them. Which is what I'm going to do today. First product, or first two products, we're going to review as a pair. So I'm going to review the MT5S Garmin mount that they've sent me. Because it should be used, I guess, with the BLC100 daylight running light that they've also sent me. So let's just have a little quick look first, see what's inside the boxes. According to the Garmin mount, I've actually got the out front mount itself. There's an adapter to put a bike light on, or a GoPro, anything with a GoPro type mounting bracket. It's a couple of rubber gaskets just to suit different handlebar sizes, and a 2.5mm and a 3mm hex key for fitting, I guess. Not sure we'll need two sizes, but I'm sure all will be revealed. So let's have a little look, see what's inside the box. The box done. So a couple of bags inside the box there. Looks like we've got the mount itself, so fairly standard Garmin style out front mount. Hinged here, there's a couple of little rubber gaskets for handlebar sizing are there. Garmin mount here, and reverse Garmin mount underneath, which is really useful because I had a different brand of out front light last year, which on the Garmin mount I had to put the light on and then the Garmin on top of the light. Unfortunately, all that extra weight pressure broke the mount, pitched my Garmin onto the road, and he got run over by a car. So that was a very expensive test ride. So all my Garmin mounts since then have been with the reverse Garmin underneath, so the light will actually fit on underneath it and remove the pressure. So that's pretty useful. And I now tether my Garmin as well. Something I would recommend that everybody does. There's a little bag here. I don't know how I'm going to get in this bag. Just rip it open. That must be, yep, there's two Allen keys in there, as they said. And also, another rubber gasket for sizing, and the little adapter. So the little adapter, I guess, once that's fitted on the mount, there we go. You can put a GoPro underneath the Garmin if you didn't want to use the running light for some reason. So the other part of the package is the actual running light itself. See what's in the running light box. A tether, as I said. Oh no, it's not a tether. Sorry, I thought that was a tether. It's not. It's a USB. Looks like it's a charging cable. Yeah, it's a little USB-C charging cable. I quite like that. That's in a little holder and everything. That's quite nice. That'll get used in lots of different places. The charging cable. There is an adapter there, so you can use it. You can use the light itself on a GoPro mount if you want, and the light, and a little adapter plate for something. So there's the light. It's quite a slim light. I quite like that. That's quite narrow, quite slim. I guess it must work. So put that there. Yeah, I guess it's designed to work on the top of the Garmin mount as it is, which is not much good, I guess, if you're going to put you can't put a Garmin on. But it looks like you slide it. Yeah, slide it somehow into the adapter plate. So I guess, yeah, if you're going to use it underneath, you slide, there we go, I've got it, slide the adapter plate on, a little clear adapter plate, and there you go. That fits nicely underneath the mount with your Garmin computer, whatever, on top. Quite a nice, neat little arrangement, really. And underneath it now has the reverse mount. So if you wanted to really go to town, there you go. You can put that GoPro adapter on there and put a GoPro on the bottom of there. I'd definitely be tethering that. I'd be a bit worried about that being the mount arm being strong enough with the GoPro, a Garmin and the light itself on. But it might be okay, I guess. There's only one way to find out, is to give it a try. So, as I said, there's the on-off buttons at the bottom. There's a little on-off button there. One thing that I've read when I was looking up the item itself, where's the box? I put the box here. Is that you can actually use it as a power bank as well. So I've noticed it's got 2 charging sockets, one on each side. So one must be to charge it, and one is to use as a power bank. So if you've got a phone and you're a bit worried about running out of charge, and you've got plenty of charge in the light, I guess it's quite a handy thing to use as a power bank. So it's got plenty of charge in it. I was going to think I'm going to charge it up and then take it out for a ride tomorrow, but don't think I'll need to charge it. I'm going to leave it like that. I will charge it. I'll make sure it's fully charged before I go out, and we'll take it out for a little ride and see how we get on. Okay, so after my slightly troublesome unboxing of the Coospo light, I've taken it out for a ride, and I have to say I was quite impressed. You'll have seen a little bit of video just now. Showed me one out on the bike. One of the guys I was out riding with took a little bit of a video, and then I've done a little bit at the end just so you can see it in action. Yeah, I quite like it. It's quite bright. I'm going to put it on here and show you the 4 modes. So it's got a, there you go, it's got a flashing mode which looks quite bright. Try not to put that straight in the camera. It's got a solid mode, bright solid mode, and a slightly less bright solid mode. And one I quite like this one. They call it pulse or breathe or something. I quite like that mode. So yeah, it does what it says on the tin. I'm going to correct a couple of things from the previous video I did, or the previous part of the video. I thought it had 2 USB-Cs, one each side. It hasn't. It's got USB-C one side, on the right hand side, left hand side, sorry, and it's got a Apple Lightning port on the other side. And what I've also discovered is that thing that I thought was just a lanyard with a USB-C on it is actually USB-C one end and Apple Lightning the other end. That gives you 2 charging options, of course. You can charge it with either an Apple cable or a USB-C cable. But what I've also discovered, it's a power bank. Something I wasn't really aware of too much. You can plug these in and use this to charge your phone while you're out on the bike, maybe a Garmin, whatever. But it will actually work as a power bank as well as a light, which is quite useful. So I think for the price, it's about 35 quid, I think, on Amazon. It certainly looks to me like it's decent value for money. There were 2. I probably, no product is perfect. There's probably 2 things I would like to change about this if I could. You'll see that the Garmin connector on here is on a plate that clips on. I'd like to see that moulded in the top and make it all one piece and maybe slightly secure. This plate was a real pain to get on, so I don't think it's going to come off very quickly, but I would like to have, just for security, seen that be permanently on there. Also, as you can see, the lights, they're angled at the front. It's got a bit of an angle here, so they do point slightly sideways, but I would have liked to have seen them just go round sort of the corners there a little bit as well, just to give you a little bit of visibility from the side, not just purely from the sort of the front part of the bike. But other than that, I think it's decent value for money. It's about 35 quid on Amazon. So I think it will do the job. One thing I would suggest is you either use the Coospo mount you've got, or if you've got a Garmin mount, use it with the Coospo on the bottom, like that. That's it, that's clicked on now. And then stick your Garmin on top. There is another brand of light like this, which I won't name, but you probably know of. I had one of those last year, where I had the Coospo, not the Coospo, but the other brand of light mounted on the top, like that. And I had my Garmin on the top. It was a bit of a disaster, if I'm honest with you, because it put too much pressure on the Garmin mount with both of them on. The little lug round here on the Garmin snapped off, pitched my Garmin and the light in the road, and promptly got run over by a Range Rover, completely destroyed. So that was the end of those. So I would definitely recommend putting one either side, if you can. If you've got a Garmin mount, or use the Coospo mount that allows you to do that, and definitely put the lanyard, the retainer, whatever you want to call it, on your Garmin. These are relatively cheap to replace at 35 quid each. My Garmin was 300 or 400 quid, so that cost me a lot more to replace. But all in all, a decent product, got good battery life. I didn't mention the battery life. I had it running in a cupboard for well over 24 hours. I had it running like some 30-31 hours, and there was still 2 lights left on the battery. I can just show you maybe here. If I just do that, there we go. There's 4 lights here that show the battery power, and there were still 2 lights left on there of the 4 at 30-31 hours. So you're going to get days of riding out of it. If you're going away on a tour, something like that, you won't need to charge this very often, which could be useful. So, yep, I would say thoroughly recommended. If you're in the market for some sort of out front flashing light, you've got the right Garmin mount, or you want to buy the Coospo mount, it's quite a nice little neat idea. And then the bonus of using it as a power bank is even better. That's it for this video. I'll put a link to an Amazon link down to the unit. If you fancy buying one and supporting the channel, click on the Amazon link down in the description. I'll get a little bit of a small commission out of that. Will help go towards the running costs of the channel and the website. I will also do a website article about this, which I'll put a link to below. That'll give you a little bit more information. I'll put some weights and dimensions and bits and bobs like that on there as well. So that's it. Until next time, if you like the video, please like, subscribe, comment, tell me what you like, tell me what you hate. I want to try and get some more of these done this year. Things are changing up for me a lot this year. There'll be a bit more riding to do, so I want to get some more videos done, but I don't know what you guys want to see. Till next time, I'll see you out on the road.